Hey guys, bear with me here. I'm a little under the weather, but I took a couple of trades this morning that I thought were really worthwhile to highlight. So bear with me through my coughing and sneezing, and I'll try not to blow my nose too much during this call. But I really wanted to highlight these so that you can start to visualize things on a higher time frame and figure out, well, I don't have a ton of chart time. How can I capitalize on the markets in Nadex? So the first thing that I had was on the daily chart. I had a supply zone that was established, and it hadn't been tested yet. So I knew that the initial test of that would give me a strong move in one direction or the other. And then from there, I went down to the 4-hour chart to get a little bit of extra confirmation and kind of pinpoint my entry. And I had a nice little channel bottom, and then right at the top here, these last couple of tests of this level have been really nice. It's not a true channel top, but it's a nice little upper trend line. And then from there, I had from this point forward, we had a nice, I can get it to snap up to the top there. Nice negative 23.6 retracement. So for me, that was a beautiful setup in the sense that I could just, I had so much right around that supply zone bottom that I could comfortably grab something up here and just let it run. And what I ended up getting was I got the 1.3360 for 3 p.m. I was able to TP on that really quickly. 1.3360, so it was right around here. It was pretty at the money. I stayed close to at the money today, but you can see that it was ready to roll, and it had an initial reaction off of that was really strong. So I got in like right at the touch here, and I took profit right as it hit this resistance level right here, or the support level right here. So that was a really quick trade, and if you look at it on the hourly, you can see the weakness that came right away. Right, so it tested and then it went all the way down here, and this is where I took profit. And keep in mind, this is a bigger time frame, so this is a substantial move, at least on Nadex. So the second trade that I took was to the euro yen. That's not this chart. Okay, so this one's already set up, so I'm not gonna redraw out what I had, but from a 4-hour chart, I had a good demand zone that had been established, and again, that had not been tested. And I also had the nice, retracement up to the 50% level, and then it blew right through these levels, and I took it. I was looking to have it test that negative 61.8 at the bottom of that supply zone soon, especially once I saw it break into the supply zone or the demand zone and continue with bears. So once it got all the way down here, I was looking for an entry, and again, I stayed at the money because it's a level that hadn't been tested yet. It made it all the way down to the bottom of that supply zone, that demand zone, I'm sorry. And I also had a nice little trendline bottom that had broken through, so it held it first, and then it quickly breached through. And I say quickly, I use that term loosely because it is a 4-hour chart, but it spiked right down to the level I was anticipating. I grabbed something at the money. I think it was a 112.60 strike. Yeah, 112.60 strike. So 112.60 for 3 p.m. I gave myself some time to have it move, but again, it was a strong move, just as I was expecting, right off the bottom of that level, and it really took off. So I was able to take profit on that incredibly quickly. Let's see, I took a third, and this one's already set up too. So this was the setup on the hourly chart. You can see that I had a support level right here. I had a trend line that was tested, and it never closed below the trend line on the hourly. So I didn't get in on this first spike down, but I did get in on the second spike down, that little wick right there. And I already took profit on this trade. I grabbed, what was my strike on this one? 75.84. So I took profit on that one just south of $400. 75.84. So that was not quite at the money. Probably like a, it had a little bit of cushion, but not as much as I normally like. But it was right at a 61.8 retracement. We had our support level just below it, and it was testing a trend line at the time that the bodies were holding against. You can see the stock on the hourly is ready to go. So for me, that was a pretty no-brainer trade. Pretty simple to visualize and take at a couple entries, couple of shots at it. You can see that this first test right here gave you a big spike. This second test off of the support level gave you another big spike, and this one that I just took profit on gave another chance. Got one more trade going right now, and that was a trade on the TAC 100, so that was on NQ. If we roll out to our hourly, you can see that I've got a, actually I'm not in the hourly. You can see that I've got a trend line going up that was tested along with a support level or a resistance level that had been established here, tested again here, and then retested here. It's always danced around. It's not a super strong level, but what I also had in my favor was from this move down, I had a 78.6 retracement that already held once, and I had good confluence in that area. So if we get down to our 15-minute chart, this one I am actually still in, I believe. 48.48 for 2 p.m. Yeah, so I'm still in this one. 48.48. Where's my strike on that? So that one I'm pretty comfortable with. I'm still probably going to take profit on it. I don't want to hold anything today, especially with me not moving as fast as I normally am and not thinking as clearly as I normally am. That's close enough. So that was the reason for entry there. You can see the stock was ready to roll over right as it tested that resistance level. Yeah, you can see that it tested that pretty perfectly. And I like having a retracement level right in front of a resistance level, and then an additional, soldier, Sean would say, in my favor here with the trend line. But I like having that, knowing that if we see wicks past a resistance level, then or a fib level, and it's testing that resistance but not breaching, then I like that level for a retest, which is what we got here. So that was my reason for entry. Those are my 4 trades for the day. I've been taking it kind of slow today. I'm surprised I didn't really have a coughing fit during this this recording, and the medication seems to be working all right. Speak of the devil, kind of forced myself into coughing there, apparently. But so that's why I took those trades. If you've got any questions, as always, comment. Happy to answer anything for you. Have a good Friday, have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week.